Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. Go to f2bbs.com. www.f2bbs.com. The last bastion of free speech on the interweb. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the Paul Pluta channel. Today guys, I'm doing a paid review. This is for John, and John is the guy who has a bit of a Patek collection. And he's been very generous to me with some donations, and he sent me a bottle of wine as well. He paid for me to get a bottle of wine, and I thought, I'd make another video for him. This is paid review 21QA54, and this one here is, hey Art, sorry I've been busy. I'm thinking of selling my 5167 and my 5196 and getting a 5712/1A. Okay, so what's he talking about there? 5167, that's of course a Aquanaut. 5196, that's the classic Calatrava, very similar to the one I've got. I've got the 5196 in yellow gold. He wants to sell both of those and get a 5712. 5712 is the Nautilus, the /1A. /1's meanings it's going to be a bracelet watch, and it's also going to be in steel. So it's a very hot contender. Too many ideas, but thinking the 5712 has good power reserve and can use as a daily. Then the Submariner 14060, it's a no date sub pre-ceramic when things need something a bit more robust. Okie dokie. So what do I think of this here? Okay, so basically getting rid of two Pateks and getting a 5712. Now, what do you do with this sort of equation here? Well, the first thing I'd be doing is jumping onto our good friends at Chrono24, because you want to see what sort of money's involved. Now, I got to tell you there, a 5712, that's a very, very hot watch. Probably 5711, I think, is probably marginally hotter, but they're not cheap. Definitely not cheap at all. They're just having a look on the chrono itself there. 115,000 Australian dollars. What's that? Let's do that. You guys are all in America. Proud to be an American. At least I know I'm free. Let's have a look there. What are we looking at in Yankee dollars? Real dollars, we're looking at let's have a look here, low to high. We're going to be looking about 80,000, 80 to $90,000. 90,000 US. Ouch, ouch, ouch. What's a 5167? Now, he didn't tell me. I think he's got the steel one. 5167. What are they going to set you back there? That's going to set you back about $55,000. 40, for 40s. Okay, 40,000. And the 5196, that's probably another 15, 40, so 43, that makes it 50, 60,000, okay, 60,000, so you have to put a bit of money in. Okay, what do I think of this? What do I think of this sort of equation here? What's my own opinion of it? Look, I gotta tell you, the 5712, the Nautilus, it's kind of the small complications. It's got the power reserve. It uses the 240 movement, hence the reason it's got the sub-second at the side there, because it doesn't support center second. So what do I think of this watch? I think it's an absolutely cracker of a watch. It's a very cool Nautilus. Unfortunately, it's insanity. The prices for them, insanity. Absolute insanity. So you're buying that as an absolute premium. The 5196, you're not going to get a premium for that. 15 to 18,000, I suppose. That's US dollars. That's kind of worth. And then the 5167 and Aquanaut, they're very hot, very, very hot. I tell you what I kind of think. If I was contemplating doing this sort of deal here, I'd really be saying, you know what? I'd rather keep what I've already got. Now, I kind of feel that sometimes what happens is, when you've got a couple of things, the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. And although the 5712 is an amazing Nautilus, I don't know if I could really part with two really cool Pateks for one. And you still got to put a chunk of change in there. So, you know, I think personally the 5167 is probably a more usable watch than the 5712 is. 5712 is their dress. It's on a bracelet. It's kind of delicate. I personally think the 5167 with the rubber strap would be the preferred option. That's my own view. I think it is actually more usable. I personally would say that the 5167, it's got no pushers. See, on the 5712, you've got some adjustment pushers. That's a weakness to allow water to get in. So you'd have to be pretty careful with that watch. So I would say the 5167 is probably more durable. It is more usable. I would say that it is more usable. So personally, my own opinion is I would be saying I would be saying, you know, I'd probably prefer to keep the Aquanaut and the 5196. 5196 isn't going to get you huge money, but I think the 5167 is such a more usable piece. You've probably had some good memories with two of those watches. I don't know if I'd be selling them to get one Nautilus. That's kind of my opinion there. So if it was me, I would say no. And the other reason I say that is, I don't know if I'd really want to pay the massive premium for a 5712. It's very hyped up. I just find that hard to accept. Okay, now probably it's going to keep rising. Okay, but you know, I got to be totally honest with you. I think the Aquanaut is probably no slouch either. That's probably going to be rising as well. I'd be inclined to keep what I've got instead of trying to horse trade into something else. That's my opinion, because I think you're going to miss them. You're going to miss them. Look, the sub, it's good to see you got a Rolex. That's for real work. You've got the Rolex there. But I'd probably keep what I've got. I do think the 5167 Aquanaut is more robust. It's on the rubber. It's more usable, more livable than the 5712. That's not to say the 5712 is it's an amazing watch, but it's very hyped. It's kind of crazy. So I don't really want to join the hype. Okay, I don't think it is that brilliant. I think it's good, but it's... I'd be keeping the two. Personally, a gold 5196 and a Aquanaut, man, that is a dream two-piece feed in itself. So, yep, that's my opinion. So that's the ArchieLuxury verdict. I'd say, no, don't do the deal. Don't do the deal. Okay, guys, like, subscribe, tell your friends. Remember, I can't survive on Google Ads alone. I need your help. I need you guys to get paid reviews because that keeps me full-time. And I also need you to sponsor me on Patreon. Patreon members get special benefits. I send an email out. I'm doing it daily now. I'm trying to get that working more for me. Okay, guys, I will see you in the next one. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.